Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we have a little bit of a comic book unboxing. We have Key Collector's top 10 comics of the week, and if I would be buying them or not right now. And also, if you did not know, I am doing a giveaway. I just reached 100 subscribers not that long ago on Saturday. And I'm doing a free giveaway for the Spider-Man #1 signed by Todd McFarlane. So there's going to be a link right here to take you to that video if you guys want to be entered to win. So if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe and see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you get notified of any videos that I put out. And let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of this video. So let's get into this one. I know that's a lot of information all at once, but this giveaway that I'm doing, I'm currently doing a giveaway for X-Men #221, the first full appearance of Mr. Sinister. Now, originally I said I was going to do this at 250 subscribers, but I think I'm going to change that to 500 subscribers. I'm sorry to do that to you guys, but I just think it's free giveaway, so I just think 500 subscribers would be a better mark to try to hit to give away this one. Again, this is completely free. I'm shipping this out to you guys for free, and I will make a video on that if I ever hit 500 subscribers. Hopefully I do. We'll see. The channel's been doing pretty good, so I'm pretty happy about that. So first up on this Hot 10 comic list, we have Marvel Spotlight #5, the first appearance of Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze. And now this is a comic that I would be buying right now. I wouldn't overpay for it, so try to pay attention to what the market is, and I would try to find a good deal, you know, in a comic book group or something, and try to pay a little bit less than what they're going for on eBay. This is a great comic to be into right now. There have been rumors swirling everywhere that we're going to see Ghost Rider in Doctor Strange 2. And when you start hearing that many rumors, there tends to be a little bit of truth behind it. So I feel like we could see Ghost Rider at some point in the near future, and that would be really cool to see. But a 6.0 last sold in August for $2,599, and it is up this week by 2%. Going for $2,650. So that's a 2% increase, but it's going strong at that price without any confirmation of him actually showing up. So that's kind of big that it's going for that right now. We also had a 5.5 back in February to sell for $2,248, and that's actually up 7% this week, now selling for $2,400. And a 9.4 just recently sold for $30,000, and its last time one sold was in November, and that was for $29,999. So that's up $1, but that's still crazy that it's still seeing that big price, because that means that there are investors, multiple investors worth investing in this comic even at that price. So that's kind of big news for this comic, and that's good news if you want to be investing in it, because I think a lot of people will want to be into this comic once anything gets confirmed. It's just going to take off like anything else. Next up at number 9 on the list, we got Incredible Hulk Annual #1, and this is a really cool cover. I have always liked this cover. I've never owned this comic book, even buying collections or anything. I've never been able to find it, but this is still a really cool cover and a really cool comic. There aren't any crazy increases in prices on this comic right now, but it's certainly something that I would put my money into. I feel like Hulk hasn't gotten his justice, and I think he's going to eventually. We just don't know when that's going to happen, honestly. So first up, we have this. We had a 1.5 sell for $115, and there were no previous sales record before. But a 1.5 going for $115, that's actually pretty good for a comic book. We had a 6.5. Its last sale sold in November for $450, and that is actually up 18%. And it just recently sold for $530. So that's a little bit of a good increase on that. Then we had a 9.0 whose last sale was in November for $1,550. Just recently sell for $1,560, a 1% increase, still an increase and still remaining at that price. So that's actually a pretty good sign that this comic is going to retain its value over time, because other investors want to be invested in this comic. Next up at number 8 is Daredevil #131, and this of course is the first appearance of Bullseye. Now this one is kind of funny how it came on all these spec radars, because the one TV show wanted to use Bullseye in the series, and Marvel told them, no, you can't use Bullseye. So then everyone started speculating once that news came out that Bullseye is going to be coming to the MCU. that's actually a pretty good speculation because I think that could be true. And this is a comic that I would be invested in. And this is something that I am actively trying to look for right now. But I'm just trying to get a good deal. I'm not willing to pay, I feel like prices are a little high right now. So I'm going to wait a little bit and hopefully it dies down a little because I feel like this one is staying pretty strong, actually. 7.5 sold back in February for $400, just recently sold for $500. That's a 25% increase in price just since February. So that's actually a really, really huge jump in price, like $100. Like, that's insane to me. And it's like in like a month it increased that much. So that's actually a really good sign that this comic is definitely going places, and it's definitely one that I would have my money into right now. Then we had an 8.0 sell back in February for $541, and that's actually up 13%, now selling for $613. So a little bit of an increase there. That's pretty good. A 13% increase just in a month. Again, that's pretty good. But yeah, definitely people are speculating on this hard, and they've been selling like crazy. So that's definitely something that I would look into being into. Then we have Batman number 155, the first Silver Age appearance of the Penguin. Again, another pretty cool comic, and because of the Batman, this comic is definitely starting to take off a little bit. A 5.0 last selling in September for $629 is now up 36%, selling for $855 this week. So that's the big one of this one that's really taken off. This comic is still showing a lot of interest in it after the Batman. I thought that was a great movie. I thought they did a really good job with that movie. This isn't one that I'm willing to put my money into because I feel like it's going to die down a lot. They revealed that Penguin's getting his own series, so I think that's another reason this one could be a little high in value right now. But am I picking it up? No, I don't think that I'm buying it, but I'm kind of neutral on it. If you want to buy it, you want to invest your money into it, hey, that's all on you, not on me. Invest your money in things that you guys want to invest them in, and if you want to invest in it, go right ahead, but that's not something that I'm going to be looking into buying. Next up at number 6 on the list, we have Tales to Astonish number 27, the first appearance and origin of Hank Pym, who later becomes the first Ant-Man. Now, this is just a really cool comic, and it's one that, for the long term, I think it's a great investment. However, I'm a little worried that if we see him die, which we could in Ant-Man, this comic could come down in value a lot. It might not, because it might be one of those keys where, it's never really going to be hurt by any character really dying, but we don't know that. Somebody could in the movies, and then this comic could tank. So this is one that I'm not going to be buying, but there are some crazy record sales this week. Back in November, a 2.0 went for $2,030, and now that's up 41%, going for $2,855. So that is a crazy increase for a 2.0. Then we have a 5.0, last sold in January for $5,700, and that's up 45%, now going for $8,250. So that's another huge increase. So this comic certainly, it could do really well in the long term. It's not something I'm going to be into because it's a lot of money to be into, and something that's not really going to, in my opinion, have anything go. This is a really hard one for me because it has gone up so much. So it's not something that I'd be invested to, just because it's a lot of money to be invested in a comic that I don't think we're going to see, we're going to see that character, but it's not like he's just coming around, or it's not like, it's the first time he's introduced into Marvel. So it's really a hard one to try to, be invested in. So that's not one that I'm going to be buying right now, but hey, that's okay if you guys want to be buying that, because it's a really great comic book in my opinion. Next up at number 5, we got Marvel Premiere number 28, and that's just a really cool issue. The cover is really awesome. This one's been taken off for a little bit now because people are speculating that we're going to see some form of Legions of Monsters, just because, people are speculating Ghost Rider's coming, Werewolf by Night's coming. We already have Morbius, so it could be one that we see, but I am kind of doubtful, just because Sony and Marvel, besides just Spider-Man, are a little off on what they're doing with all of that. So they kind of have their own universes, so I don't know if I necessarily see a movie like this coming. However, we did have a crazy 9.8 sale. The last sold in 2020 for $2,000, and that's up 400%. Now selling for $10,000. That is insane. Whoever bought that, I hope I hope they're paying attention to the market, because I don't know if it's going to see anything like that again, because that is huge. That is a huge increase, and that's a huge price for this kind of comic book. That's insane to me. Still a really cool comic, but holy smokes, was that a lot of money. Next up at number 4 on our list, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 129, the first appearance of the Jackal. The Jackal is a character. This is the first appearance of the Jackal, but it's also the first appearance of the Punisher, which is a huge issue, and that's actually my favorite comic book character. So this is a comic that in low grade I'm trying to look for right now. I'm trying to find a 0.5 going for a decent price. Man, is that hard to find, because everybody's buying up this comic, and this comic has been hot for a long time now. Even though there's a lot of issues out there, it's just one of those popular comics that everybody always wants, and I can understand why, because it's a great comic and it's a great cover. It's sometimes hard to find those great cover first appearances, because they kind of tend to switch the cover appearance with just a cameo appearance. But this one's got both, and it's an awesome comic to own. We had a 1.5 sell this week. It last sold in 2019 for $220, and that's actually up 295%, now selling for $870. So that's a huge increase, and that's only a 1.5, so that's kind of crazy that a 1.5 is going for that kind of money, just because there's so many of them out there. A 9.8 last sell in September for $43,000, now up 32%, selling for $57,000. Holy smokes, that is crazy. That's a huge increase. This comic, even with all the controversy with the Punisher logo and everything, this comic has still continued to rise in value. It has just gone up and up in price over time, and sales for it are insane. They're constantly selling all the time. There's always somebody looking to buy this comic book everywhere, and there's people selling them, but man, I always feel like there's more buyers than sellers with this comic book, and it's a great one to be into, but man, it is hard to find the right one because they just sell so fast. I mean, it's cool because I love the comic book character, but man, it's a tough one to find. One day I will own my 0.5. You mark my words on that, and I'm going to keep it, and that's going on the shelf back there. Next up at number 3, wow, this is a big comic right here. We got Incredible Hulk number 1, the first appearance of the Hulk. This is a great issue. This is the first issue in the series, and man, the value of this is going up. A 1.5 last sold in June for $12,022, and this week that's up 21%, now going for $14,495. That's a huge increase in that small amount of time for this comic, because this is a comic that's just been a great comic for a long time, but it's really starting to increase in value now. A 7.5 last sold in 2019 for $70,000. Now that's up 52%, selling for $106,200. Man, that's a huge sale. Wow, that is a lot of money to put into a comic book. Holy smokes. This is not something that I'm looking into buying, but if you guys can afford it, I think it's a great comic to be into, because this is another one of those keys that's always going to be worth something. It's kind of like Tales of Suspense 39, the first appearance of Iron Man. That comic's always going to be worth a lot, and that's always probably going to increase in value over time, unless the comic book market tanks. But I really don't see that happening anytime soon, because I think once it starts to go down a little, people that can't afford these comics, they're going to be buying those, and it's going to boost this right back up. So I don't know if I ever really see this market going down. Now, that's just my opinion, but we'll see. Then we had an 8.5. This is a big sale. Last sell in 2016 for $132,000. Now this week that's up 86%, going for $245,000. Again, that is so much money to be invested in a comic book. Holy smokes. wow, this is a great issue, and I just see these prices going up and up and up over time. This is a great long-term investment if you have the money, you want to invest in something low grade, but man, that's a lot of money to be invested in. You go buy a house, but if you hold on to it long enough, you might be able to buy a house with that. So, but who knows? The market could tank. You never know. You never know when you're getting into this stuff. Next up, we have Detective Comics number 359, the first appearance of Batgirl. This is a great comic. I love the cover of this comic. This is something that I'm not actively trying to buy, but I would be buying this comic book right now if I were you. Try to find a deal again. Don't pay retail. Try to find a deal before you buy it. In July of 2021, Leslie Grace was cast as Batgirl for an HBO Max series. So I think that's why this one's on the list, and that's why this one's increased in value. But this has always been one that's been generally a pretty valuable comic book, and it's one that's just steadily climbed over the years. We had a 7.5 back in August, sell for $3,466, and now that's up 14%. Now going for $3,950 this week. The other big sale, we had an 8.5 in November, go for $4,042. Now that's up 13%, going for $4,587. So again, a pretty good increase in value, and something that I think in the lower grade I would be into. If I can get a deal on a lower grade or trade some of my comics for that, I'm not too invested in, I think that's a great pickup, and I think it's a great comic because HBO Max, if they get the right director, man, they could really do some justice for some of these characters. If they don't, however, we could really see some flops. So I don't know. It's up to you guys on this one, but it's something that I would be into because I think it is, in the short term at least, going to increase its value. Next up, if you watched up my other list, I told you guys you should be investing in this. We have Nova number 1, the first appearance of Nova, Richard Rider, and it has been confirmed that Marvel is working on a Nova project. This is great, and Kevin Feige loves Nova apparently, so Kevin Feige is going to want to do Nova right, and I fully believe that, and I think he's going to do Nova really great. So yeah, obviously with that news, we have some record breakers. A 9.6 last sold in July for $690, and now that's up 16% this week, going for $800. So that is a pretty good increase in that short amount of time. Then we had a 9.8 last sell in November for $2,575, and now that's up 17%, going for $3,000. So I only see this going up and up in value, especially when we get a trailer for it. Man, I think this has a lot of room to grow. And with that, holy smokes, there's only literally one CGC graded comic book in here. Oh my God. At least I think that's all that's in there. Holy smokes, I had to go through that. And now I already did look at it because I just pulled it. Now I already did pull it out, so I pulled out the thing and I just pulled that off and left that on. But we have, I got a great deal. We have a Nova 1 9.6 white pages I got for $500. I got this at the perfect timing. Timed that perfectly. Could not have made it better. So again, this is the first appearance of Nova. And the first appearance of Ginger J. It's also the first appearance of Robbie Rider, of course, the brother of Richard Rider. We might see them. You never know. So this is going up on the wall until we get further news, and then I might try to trade this for something. So I think this was a great investment. I definitely timed the market perfectly on this one. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the future holds. Thank you, everyone, so much. Again, don't forget to click on my other video. I'm doing that 100 subscriber giveaway. And at 500 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away this X-Men number 221, the first appearance of Mr. Sinister. And yeah, that is it. Thank you so much, everyone. Click on this video if you want to watch that one. And click on that one if you want to watch that video. And click right here if you guys want to subscribe. Thank you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hey, yo, peace.